Alright everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be working on exponents and how to solve them. The good news is that it's very easy, so let's get started. Our first exponent that we're going to work with is 2, and the base is going to be 5. So here is our question, 5 to the power of 2. Now what we do is we multiply the base by as many times as the exponent is. So in this case the exponent is 2. So we multiply the base by itself 2 times. So we're going to do 5 times 5. Alright, there we go. And what is 5 times 5? Well, if you know in your multiplication table, 5 times 5 is going to be 25. Alright, there we go. And that's going to be our final answer. Simple as that. We have the number 2 as the exponent, so we write 5 2 times with a multiplication symbol. Each time we write the number 5. Alright, let's go to the next one. The base here is 2, the exponent is 3. What does that mean? That means we're going to be multiplying 2 by itself 3 times. So we're going to do 2 times 2. We're going to write 3 number 2's with a multiplication symbol each time, okay? But it does get a little tricky because it might be more than you think. Now, it's good to do it in a step-by-step, right? So first we do 2 times 2. What is 2 times 2 down here? Well, that's going to give us 4, right? And then we get our answer, and then we do 4 times the 2 on the very right here, and that's going to give us an 8. So 2 to the power of 3 would give us a final answer of 8. And that's it. And that's how you do those exponents. Let's move on to another example. Okay, in these next examples, we're going to see just how fast a number can increase using exponents. As you may have heard the term exponential growth. This growth is very dramatic and it becomes faster and faster and faster. So that's what these will demonstrate. And now these are not super difficult, but they should give you a good representation of what I am talking about. So 4 to the power of 4. How many times are we going to multiply 4 by itself? If you said 4 times, that is correct. We have 4 times 4 times 4 and then times 4. All right. That's a lot of 4's, right? That is a lot of 4's right here. So first, we're going to do 4 times 4 down here. We're going to start with this one because the number is going to grow quick. So let's go step by step. 4 times 4. What is that going to give us? That is going to give us, if you said 16, good job. All right. Now we're going to have to do 16 because we're going to multiply this answer times the 4 here. So what is 16 times 4? You can use a calculator for this, or you can do long multiplication. You can watch the video on that on my YouTube channel. If you said that it's 64, that is correct. It's going to be 64. All right. And now, here comes the hardest part. We're going to multiply 64 by 4, okay? And that's the final 4 we arrive at. And what is 64 times 4? Again, you can use a calculator if you want to. If you said 256, you got it right. So our final answer, we've arrived at the last 4 down here. So our final answer is going to be 256. And that's our final answer. All right, moving on to the last example of the video. All right, we have 3 as the base and 5 as the exponent. How many 3's are we going to write? We're going to write 5 3's. All right, I'm going to write just 5 3's just to show you one more time. So you can write 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you put a multiplication sign in between each one. That is another way to convert this into an expression such as that. All right. So let's work on this together and find out what the answer is. So it's going to be a big number. First, we do 3 times 3. We get 9. All right, keeping track. We're going on to the next 3. So 9 times the next 3. What is 9 times 3? If you said 27, good job. You got it. Whoops, 27. There we go. Now 27 times 3. Let's keep going. 27 times 3. What do we get? It's going to give us 81. 81. And now on the last 3, we're going to do 81 times 3. And the final answer, because we're on the last 3, is going to be 243. So that is our final answer. 243. 3 to the power of 5 is going to give us 243. Okay, that is the end of the video. I hope that it helped you. I hope you learned something. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And always stay learning, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye now.